Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at ToeJam and Earl Back in the Groove for the PC. The game was developed and published by Human Nature Studios and released in 2019. This game really is a game for old school gamers such as myself who grew up with a Sega Mega Drive as a kid and played ToeJam and Earl 1 and 2 for hours upon hours. Is this brand new adventure just as good as the past games though? Well, let's find out in this review. The plot for ToeJam and Earl Back in the Groove is basically the dynamic duo have borrowed their friend's spaceship, the Raptor Master rocket, and taken it to Earth in an attempt to impress their two new lady friends. However, things quickly go south because it's ToeJam and Earl and the planet Earth, and the space shuttle gets sucked into some weird type of wormhole, which then splits the planet up into dozens of mini layers topped on top of each other, with the shuttle pieces scattered all over the place. It's now up to our four aliens from Funkatron to collect the pieces, put Earth back together, and in the process try not to get captured or killed by the Earthlings that are hunting them. If you are a fan of the original games, then you're in for a treat, as we not only get a new modern day looking appearance of ToeJam and Earl, but we also have the old school Mega Drive look and appearance from the first and second games. We're also given a few new cast members consisting of Luanda and Letitia, who are two new female aliens who have ended up being stuck in this situation due to our 90s iconic duo. There's a couple of hidden characters to unlock as well, which I won't mention because I don't want to spoil the bizarre surprise and so store for gamers who unlock these hidden characters. All in all, the cast of the game won't disappoint, as it's got that classic feel to it, but also that modern feel to it as well, with its old school and brand new school characters coming together and feeling like they've always been there. This part of the review may confuse some newer gamers out there who might just be joining us for what could be their first experience of what ToeJam and Earl actually is. To explain the gameplay as best as I can, you're going to be wandering around dozens upon dozens of mini-maps, searching for rocket ship pieces, avoiding Earthlings and strange creatures, collecting presents, robbing Santa, doing 90s rap battles, and quite a few other odd things, which I doubt newer gamers will have come across in any other game before. For older gamers such as myself who played the first and second game, this game is pretty much like the very first one, but with a lot of today's features added to it, making it a much bigger and better experience. If you loved ToeJam and Earl 1 and 2, then you're going to like this one, as it feels just like those classic games. The game's graphics, while impressive, can come across as a little basic to some newcomers, who may not understand that that's been done on purpose. The game's graphics come off as a type of retro style look in trying to emulate the old 16-bit era games, but also by enhancing upon them greatly by having today's graphical features available to them. Just think of the very first original ToeJam and Earl game, but give it today's features such as 60 frames per second, 1080p resolution, safe features, online play, and loads of various features to unlock, and you've pretty much got the idea of what to expect here. The areas in which you will explore are kind of strange in their appearance, and explaining them is also a bit bizarre as well. The levels are split up into sections and piled on top of each other, kind of a bit like a Jenga tower, in which you'll start at the bottom and slowly work your way upwards. Once you get to level 3, you can see level 2 below, and if you fall off the ledge on level 3, you fall right back down onto level 2 again, and then have to work all your way back up to level 3 again from where you landed in 2. I think it might make more sense if you watch the video to understand what I'm trying to explain with this one, as it's not really something which I've seen before in many other games. And really it is something that I think the game themselves needs to experience to fully understand it. A neat feature with the game's level design is that you can play them in a variety of choices. You can play them either fixed, where each level is designed to be the same each playthrough, you can randomise things, where things will be sort of like Metroidvania style, or you can play them in endless mode, and there's also a few other modes that you can unlock as well during the game's gameplay. The point is that this game gives you a lot of ways to play it and experience it, and I personally think that is a great feature because it will always mix things up and it will make things different for each time you play. When it comes to if you're thinking about buying this game, I would have to say that this is designed heavily towards fans of the original, who are as old as myself and who had a Mega Drive 1 or 2 when growing up. Whilst this game can be picked up and played by newer gamers of today, so much here is just made for fans of the original game that you can't help but smile when playing this, because you're going to recognise so many things, and there are so many in-game jokes, which will just be lost on newer gamers joining us for the first time in this game. I definitely would recommend ToeJam and Earl Back in the Groove to older gamers such as myself, and even newer gamers of today. But I would say that if you are an older gamer like me, who grew up playing the originals and loved them, you're going to need to brace yourself right from the very start, because when that funky music starts and the zany graphics appear, you're going to feel like a little kid again, and you won't be able to stop smiling. Would I recommend ToeJam and Earl Back in the Groove for the PC? Yes, I definitely would. If you're a newcomer, welcome to the franchise, and if you're an old-timer like myself, prepare to feel like a kid again. Well, that's it for this review. Thanks for listening, thank you for watching, and please subscribe.